Hey family, Pastor Doug here. This past year has been one of immense change and adaptation for all of us. We went from physical gatherings on Sunday being our only means of engaging in corporate worship to church at home being the only form of corporate worship for over a year. Along the way, we have added new ways to communicate and engage one another and dropped others that have no real impact. Today, I want to take just a minute to outline for you the significant changes we have and are making in our digital content moving forward. The first is Church at Home. Church at Home is here to stay. Even as we begin to gather again physically, and once we are on the other side of this pandemic, Church at Home will still be one of the pillars of Renovation's corporate worship. And look, we desire to provide a robust experience that is tailored for the digital environment. And so over the next several months, we will begin experimenting with different ways to make the Church at Home experience more engaging and inviting. Look, your feedback is desired and appreciated in this process. As well, over the past year, we have seen how the Holy Spirit has activated our efforts to minister to His people, no matter where they are. From literally Abu Dhabi to Atlanta, the Spirit has drawn those He wants to be part of this family here, which has presented a unique challenge. How do we provide an engaging experience for those who live in a time zone in which a live stream isn't optimal? Our answer is to create a robust on-demand option for those who cannot join us for our live stream. You may have already seen the foundations of this on our YouTube page. There is more coming. The second is our podcast. Our podcast is expanding in how you can listen to the weekly sermon. Every week, the sermon will be made available on YouTube for video and iTunes, Spotify, and Google Podcasts for audio. It will go live the Monday following the date it aired. In addition to this, YouTube will become the repository for all the majority of our video content. This includes Church at Home on Demand, the RKM Weekly Worship Experience, Renovation Worship music videos, announcements, and the like. So if you haven't, head over to our YouTube page and subscribe today. The third is the Teaching and Preaching Archive. One of the focuses over the past year has been building our systems and structures around equipping you to be a disciple of Jesus 7 days a week. And while we have some exciting new tools coming in the very near future to aid us all in that process, part of it will be the previous sermon series of the last 10 years. There have been some foundational discipleship materials that have come from our Sunday gatherings, and we want to make those more accessible and helpful for you. So instead of leaving them sitting on the internet with no guidance, we will be archiving our entire catalog of sermons pre-2020 with the purpose of re-releasing them over time with supplemental discipleship materials. We think this is going to allow for a greater opportunity for all of us to continue to develop spiritual depth and maturity. Fourth and finally, communication. Over the past year, we have experimented with a myriad of ways in which to help us all stay informed about the life of our community. Early in 2020, we leaned heavily into social media, but as the year went on, the use of those platforms waned. This is because we discovered that social media's return for our efforts was minimal. What our data has actually shown us is that the most impactful mediums of communication we have are email, text, and groups. As such, our social media channels will no longer have up-to-date information. They will simply point you to the place where you can sign up for our email and text lists. If you are in a group, small group or Facebook group, you will be receiving regular communication on opportunities to grow in your discipleship, as well as the life of our community. So if you haven't subscribed to our email list, go to renovationchurch.com and do it today. Look, and there will be more specific information coming out on the rhythms of communication very, very soon. But we hope that this clarity is helpful for you. Look, you've been amazing over this past year, as we have all had to learn how to adapt, innovate, and grow in our new reality. We know that our best days are ahead of us, and I can personally say I'm overjoyed to be walking into God's future for us with you. I love you, we love you, your pastors and elders and staff and team love you, and we will see you soon.